Hello beautiful people and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how I go from this to this as I share with you an easy soft glam makeup look. We achieved this look without having to do several different steps and use 101 different products. So if you like to keep things simple, this video is especially for you. I have some really good tips coming for you if you're a beginner as well, so stay tuned. This video is also for you. I have an 8-month-old. We have to keep things simple. I have a small amount of time and I have to make the most of it. So this is what I do. Before I forget, if you like simple minimal makeup look and you like the vibe, make sure you subscribe. That rhymes. Oh my gosh. Should I like start using that, or that would be annoying? I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry guys. Let's get started. Skincare base. I talk about a skincare base a lot. If you don't have a good skincare base, we just can't be friends, because it is the key to great makeup application and healthy skin. And if you want to be able to have a minimal look, you've got to take care of your skin. I never thought I could be this confident to go on a YouTube video, no filters, I have these bright lights shining on my face. I never thought I could do this because I was so afraid, because my skin was so bad. Because I put in the work to take care of my skin, it's paid me back. I feel confident without my makeup. I wish I could tell myself back when I was 18, like, you don't need to clog your pores and erase your face in makeup. You want to use makeup as an accessory. You want to use makeup as a enhancement, a slight enhancement. It took a while for me to learn that, but the biggest thing was because I didn't have good skin. Usually a skincare base consists of 3 products, and that was really out of tune. 3 products: a moisturizer, an eye cream, and SPF. I did my skincare base with Tata Harper today. I will link some of their products that I love. I won't go into too much detail about it because we got to get to going with this makeup look. Let's do something to help with a natural, beautiful glow. I mean, skincare's helped, but let's take it up a notch with this glow. Adding this into your routine will set off your makeup look because it just gives an underlying finish of a glow, natural glow, beautiful. I use it in a lot of my videos. This is like, this is it. This is the Say Glowy Super Gel. I don't like that it's called gel because it doesn't really feel like a gel. It feels like a light primer. That's how I could describe it, more or less. It's not so much a gel, it's like a primer. It's super light, it's not like gritty. It kind of feels like a serum. Look at how beautiful this is, first of all. Look at how like light and beautiful that is. Watch when I blend it into the skin. Look at how beautiful that is. And this blends so beautifully. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the skin and just watch the glow. I literally sometimes will use this product alone without any makeup. It's just so beautiful and effortless, and it gives you that clean girl vibe, that clean girl glowy look. Say is a great brand to use, especially if you have sensitive skin, and it's great for beginners because they just have such good products that are not too heavy in consistency, and you can really build. It is just wonderful. I love doing this, especially for any kind of glam look. So now I'm gonna go in with brows because I really do feel like before I apply foundation, concealer, any other face makeup, applying my brows first is the best way to do my makeup, especially because I have very sparse brows. We're gonna use today the Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit, and I'm in the color 4.5. We're gonna brush these sparse brows up. I've been using a serum, guys, so they are looking a little bit fuller lately, and I'm really excited about it. I'm gonna wait to share the serum that I'm using before I get ahead of myself, because I really like to try out my products for an extended amount of time usually before I let you guys know about it. I've had bad experiences, you know, like I'll be using a product and it's great, and then all of a sudden it changes. Like the results change after a couple weeks, and then I don't like it as much anymore. I try to make sure we fine tune this for you guys because, you know, we have to. I'm gonna go in very lightly with this brow pencil and just kind of fill in the areas that are a little sparse. For a glam look, I find that when I really pay attention to my brows, I always feel good about it. Oops. Don't be as expressive as me when you're doing your brows because you need it to stay in place. Okay, so anyway, light strokes with this pencil, and I'm going to create a small shape. We're just kind of going with my natural like brow shape. Taking the spoolie and we're brushing them up. I'm kind of aggressive when it comes to this part because I really like to blend that makeup. This is the part I usually always will rush through because I just lack patience when it comes to my brows. But I've noticed if I just take my time with it and just slowly work with the brows, the results are always more natural and better. So it does take a little bit of time. This is probably the most time consuming part of my entire makeup look is the brows, because I have to tediously make sure the makeup is blended in and that it doesn't look too heavy and that it looks natural because I'm working with such sparse sparsity. We're done with the pencil. Now we're gonna go in with some gel. I'm using a tinted gel just because it's been my favorite thing lately. I'm gonna use the Big Bush, I always have a hard time pronouncing this brow thing. Anyway, Big Bush Brow from Urban Decay. I am in the color, guys, it doesn't tell me the color. I'm assuming it's brown. So I'm gonna go in with this. This brow gel packs a punch. It really does make sure that if you do use this, that you are set like with your brows, because you can't go back. Like, it is a very strong product. Before I do concealer, for glam looks, hands down, I will always do a foundation. I'm gonna use the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. This is one of the best foundations that I like. One of my favorite foundations recently. I'm in the color 6.5. It's a very light coverage foundation, so if you like something a little bit heavier, I would go with the NARS foundation. It's still lighter than a full coverage, but it's more coverage. Does that make sense? It's more coverage than this one, but I feel like they're in the same category, and I will go between them. I'm gonna go in actually with the Sigma F80 flat kabuki brush to blend this out. I only used a couple drops because I don't really need too much. I got a really nice tan the other day, and I'm trying to not cover it, because when I can get a nice pretty tan on my face, that's the goal. Because that's what I try to emulate when it comes to my makeup, just like a nice tanned vibe. That's why I'm using this foundation today, because although it is a foundation, it does give me more of a lighter feel. I'm gonna blend it out with a beauty blender to just kind of make sure it's nice and finished. I love being able to blend out my makeup with a beauty blender after I use the brush, just because I feel like it gives such a flawless finish. It helps the makeup not look so cakey. I do also blend on my eyelids because I don't like to have the crazy separation unless I'm doing like a major eye makeup look. Now let's go in with concealer. This is my favorite glam concealer right now. It's from Hourglass. It is in the color Beech, B-E-E-C-H. Ooh, this concealer packs a punch. It's a full coverage concealer. It smells like paint. It's the only thing I don't like, that it smells like straight paint, but it actually smells kind of good. It's bringing me back to like the days that I like craved bleach and paint when I was pregnant. Anyway, it's not like the best smelling stuff if you don't like the smell of paint, but it's really pretty. So let's put this on, put that in the inner corner here. Again, it's super thick coverage, so I don't have to apply very much, and we're gonna blend the heck out of it. But it leaves such a beautiful finish, and I love it for all of my glam looks because it takes me there. I'm gonna take this flat definer brush to define these brows. I'm gonna go on top because there was some fallout from the gel. Then once you define it, it looks so pretty and so clean. A definer brush is essential for me. I have to have a definer brush, especially for this and for any kind of eyeliner. Like, you have to have a definer brush. Now I'm gonna go in with this really tiny beauty blender, which I forgot that I owned, and I found it again, and I'm like obsessed. I don't know why I stopped using this, because this is so convenient, especially for under eye. And it also allows me to use my other beauty blender for things like bronzer and blush, because now we have like all kinds of cream products, you know? So it helps me keep my concealer clean, because it is definitely a different shade than all the other makeup that I use. It helps me to really get in good with the corners, and I don't have to like take an extra brush, and I can just like go in. So I've been loving this thing lately. I don't know why I stopped using it for so long. I think I just lost it. It's so tiny. Man, it just makes things so much easier. Look at that, how bright my eyes look. I'm gonna take the bigger beauty blender and blend out this area. I love to draw a line right there because it helps define my contour. So it makes it easier to contour, but also is very slimming for the face. Really just helps with the natural contour. Ooh, what the heck is that? Then I'm gonna go in with a stipple brush. This is the F53 Air Sigma brush. Technically not for stippling, but I like it to use it for stippling, to just kind of make sure there's no harsh lines, because I feel like that is the skill with makeup, is learning how to blend. Everything else is pretty easy if you just know how to blend properly, because as I always say, when in doubt, blend it out. You can apply a ton of makeup on your face and you can like make a mistake, but if you know how to blend, you're okay, you can make it work. The other day I did a reel and I put way too dark of a concealer on my face, but I know how to blend, so I didn't have to like start from scratch, start over. I just made sure I blend until it kind of looked good. That is the one thing that I wish I knew when I first started makeup, is just how powerful learning how to blend is. If you know how to blend, you are golden. This is a great palette if you are a beginner because it has everything that you need, and it also comes with a guide, which I don't know where the guide went, but it was great at the time. This is from Smashbox. This is their Halo Sculpt and Glow Face Palette. You've got all that you need for a really good contour. You have your highlighting powder, your blush, you got two different blushes, your sculpting blush and your enhancing blush, and then you have your contour powder, which for most of the time when I'm doing a glam look, I love to do powder-based blushes and bronzer because I just feel like it adheres to the skin differently, especially if you're wearing a foundation. This particular palette is in the color or shade Back to Cali. That is this palette. Look at how beautiful that is. It's stunning. Stunning colors, great pigments. I will say I'm not a fan of the highlight. I will use it and I have used it, as you can see, but I'm not a huge fan of it. It doesn't rock my world that much. I like a little bit more extra oomph and pizzazz. Still, if you're a beginner, you can still use it and it looks great. Actually, it's perfect if you don't like that crazy of a highlight, but you know, I've got particulars that I like. I'm gonna use the Sigma Powder Sculpt F44 brush for this look. I'm gonna start off with the darkest color here, and this is the contour. I'm gonna start off with the contour, and we're gonna contour the face. Contour the face. We're just gonna do a light circular motions as I hit the area of my face that is the, what do you call it, contour in between my cheekbone and my jaw. Then we go ahead and blend that out like this. And again, circular motions is the best way to blend bronzer. So you can see it's very beautiful and light and airy. It's gorgeous. We're gonna take it over on this side and just kind of circular, again, blend that. We're doing a light bronze. It's not too heavy. We're not doing like a full contour situation. So we don't need to. And we're making this simple. I'm just kind of patting on the temples of my head and kind of patting upward like this to kind of give it a nice bronze, natural glowing look. Then I'm gonna go down underneath my chin because this helps contour the jawline, which helps also make you look a little thinner and more snatched. So that's what I like to do. Create that shadow right here. As you can see, just a light shadow. Nice to define the face. Then I'm gonna go in just a second time because this is a very buildable makeup right here. It is not very heavy. So that's why I say it's really good for beginners as well, because it gives you a baseline, but also it helps you to learn blending and helps you to like see your limits as to how far you can go when it comes to makeup application. Very, very buildable, which I love makeup products that are buildable because it's hard to learn makeup with really thick product. It's easier to learn makeup in the beginning when it's very buildable. All right, so that I feel like looks really good. I have a natural bronze going on. I'm actually going to go on top of the nose. We're not doing this precise nose contour. I'm actually just going to lightly blend the nose a little bit. Ooh, too much. Lightly just do a little bit on the nose because we've got that natural tan going, and we're gonna contour that even more with some blush. Using the same palette, we're gonna go in with the sculpting blush. And this is where we're gonna apply it. I'm actually gonna take that same brush that I was using. We're gonna take that and go just a little bit lower here. Just a little bit right there. So we're not kind of going right here for the blush. We're taking that sculpting blush and kind of doing quick swiping motions upward. It's kind of like complementing the bronzer. It's almost not like a true blush. It's like a sub bronzer. That's what I would call it. And I think in the guide that this comes with, it shows that you do it like that. And I might be wrong. Maybe it's a different way that I apply it, but this is how I would do it as an artist. So anyway, and then I'm gonna take the Cheers Babe enhancing blush that they have here, which is a little lighter shade of pink, and I'm gonna go in where I usually would put my blush. And I'm using that same brush. We're just going lightly up there. So you have kind of a 3-dimension thing going on right here. You got the dark bronzer, you've got the contouring blush, and then you got the light pink over here, which is really pretty and adds such a nice, beautiful look to the face. I'm gonna take that same light pink blush, and we're gonna go onto the nose like that. I like to do a blush over here just because I feel like, again, it's emulating being out in the sun, and that's how I like to do my blush. Also gonna take that big brush and lightly go on top of my eyelids to kind of uniform the look. I'm also gonna take it and go up here to uniform the face. I find that when you take blush and you put it on extra parts of your face, it really helps bring in the whole makeup look together. It makes it look more blended and natural, and it's so beautiful when you're able to do that. And that was actually a tip that I learned when I was shadowing to work at MAC. That was a big tip that I learned doing makeup. It like blew my mind because I was like, blush on your temples? Like, what? Just for the sake that I have used this palette, I'm gonna use the highlight because in case you like it and you'll use it, this is how the highlight looks so you can see it in real time. I'm gonna take the highlighter brush, the high cheekbone highlighter brush from Sigma in F03, and we're gonna use that highlight. Again, it's not my favorite, but it does. Here, look, I'll show you. It does it. It does it. It looks good. It doesn't look terrible. It's just, I prefer the Fenty typically because it's a little bit warmer of a tone, but I mean, I'll let it speak for itself. It's still very stunning. So it won't go to waste, I think, if you were to buy this palette. Definitely not. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I highlight my nose because that is essential for this glam look. Highlight the brow bone, and then over here, Cupid's bow. And then just for good measure, I'm gonna apply it to the tops of my eyelids. I'm gonna take my beauty blender and I'm gonna just go in to make sure it's even more like natural looking and not so harsh everywhere. Look at that, settles it. Beautiful. We're nearly nearing the end of this. I'm going to bring back an OG, something probably I should get rid of, my Makeup Revolution palette that I'm obsessed with, and I know I've gotten some of you guys on. So we're gonna bring this back because this makeup look needs a brown eyeshadow, and this is one of the best affordable palettes out there, and I love it. So we're gonna take a blending brush. We're gonna take my MAC blending brush in 224, and we're gonna take a dark brown right here. We're gonna go straight into the eye makeup look. I'm gonna apply this dark eyeshadow onto the far corner of my eye and in circular motions blend it out and upward, like so. It looks crazy right now, but I promise there's a method to my madness. Blend it up and out, and then we're gonna take it over and slightly go over into the crease. I want to give the illusion of a larger looking eye by doing this, and this is how you do it. You leave this part of your eye plain and then darken up the shadow here. Let's do the other eye. Starting out, blending circular up and out like that. Looks crazy, but then get into that crease like this. And I don't need to add any more eyeshadow, just that one will do it. Now you're just gonna take your time and blend it out. By blending and blending and blending, it will really work itself out and look gorgeous. Now, since we're still working with that dark color, I'm gonna take a smaller shader brush. We're gonna take a lighter brown color from the Makeup Revolution palette because I don't want it too dark. Do that color right next to it. We're gonna go underneath the eyes like this. Going to, again, unify the makeup look by bringing in that brown hue on the bottom. I love this trick, especially if you have brown eyes, because it really brings out the color of brown eyes, for any eye color really. Can you guys see my eye twitching? I don't know if you can see it, but I feel it. There it goes. This eye has been twitching like crazy for the last couple days. I don't know what that's about. We're gonna keep blending down under here, and don't worry about the excess because take that little small beauty blender and just blend it out by pushing upward. You don't need eye tape, it's not that serious. I'm actually gonna go back in with that highlight, and I'm gonna take the highlight that we used from the Halo Smashbox palette, and I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush. This is a firm shader brush, and we're gonna really apply that on top of the eyelid again, because I'm just vibing with that. Blends really nicely. So I guess I need to take back my words. I really do like the highlighter from that palette, but it kind of works really well as an eyeshadow. I think this part of the makeup look sets everything apart because this is where you're gonna get the wide looking doe eyes. I feel like this adds to the allure of the makeup look. Without this part, I feel like it's just not the same. I rarely ever use eyeliner on my waterline, but this trick has been doing it for me, and again, it makes the makeup look. I'm gonna use this Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On eyeliner in the color, I would have just said white, but it's Yayo. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on the waterline to really open up these eyes and define this makeup look even more. If you haven't done it in a while, it takes a little bit of getting used to, I will say that, because I don't do it very often, but when I do, it just makes everything pop. And if you're a beginner and that kind of scares you, because I know when I first started wearing makeup, I was terrified to put something in my eye like that. Don't worry, just get used to it. It's totally fine. And it's totally worth it. I used to do this every single day with black eyeliner. I don't know how I did that, but I don't know. Now I'm gonna go in with mascara. I'm gonna use the Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara. It's one of my favorites, especially for glam looks because it packs a punch and it really lifts these lashes. And it looks so pretty with that white liner. It just, ooh. Telling you guys. I will give a tip. If you think white eyeliner is a little bit too intense for you and you kind of just can't get used to it if you've tried it before, try a skin tone color eyeliner, like nudes and light pinks. Do that instead, because for a while I did not like how white eyeliner looked in my waterline. So when I started using a lighter color, like a skin tone type eyeliner, it actually did really, really well. That's a tip if you didn't, you know, want to commit to the white, but you still want to have the effect of brightening your eyes. Definitely do that and try it out. Let me know. Beautiful. Did I really apply mascara if it didn't get on something other than my lashes? Whenever I do this eye makeup look, I feel like a baby doll. Like my eyes look like baby doll eyes. It's so pretty. Second coat for good measure. I love this mascara so much. Look at how big my lashes got. Here's a tip: if you got mascara, wait till it dries. Take a spoolie and brush it off. Just like that, and it comes right off. Look at those eyes. So cool. Now, one final thing that I feel like sends this makeup look to the next level, taking the same palette. I'm gonna take an angled brush. Any kind of angled brush will work. I can't even remember where this brush is from. Take the black. Yes, black. Ooh, scary. I'm going to first test it on my hand first to make sure it's an even line, because sometimes when you grab the eyeshadow, it can come out a little splotchy, so just make sure it's even. And then I'm going to take this. We're not gonna fully commit to eyeliner, but this is what we're gonna do instead. This is brilliant, I love it. If you're new to eyeliner or you're scared of liquid eyeliner, try this first. This is usually what I would recommend to someone who's about to put on liquid liner and giving you like kind of like a ruler or a guide rather to help you figure out where you want your line. So I'm gonna take that eyeshadow and we're gonna draw a line. I'm gonna lift my eyebrow up so I can have a little bit more space. And we're just gonna draw a line right here with that angle brush. Makes it super easy. Look, I already have a eyeliner situation going. We're not finished. We're gonna do the other eye. One line here, there we go. Not finished yet. Take a little bit more of that eyeshadow and we're gonna attach it over here. And it can be smudgy, that's okay, because it's kind of like the look, the vibe. Take it over here. That's okay, smudgy, that's fine. Make it smudgy, like be purposefully smudgy with it if you want to, because I feel like the more messy this is, the more elegant it looks for some reason. I don't know why. You're gonna take your flat definer brush. This is where it really gets nice and beautiful. And you're going to just take your definer brush and push it up, just going to define that line so that it's like nice and pretty. Hold on, take the brush and kind of blend it out like this. So even though it's messy, it's still nice and blended out. Take that other side just to make sure and go up like that. This is a great tip for a beginner into eyeliner. Usually what I would do is after you've done that, I would have you go in with a liquid eyeliner and go on top of it and fill it in. But this look doesn't require that. It's a soft glam look and I like to make the eyeliner really soft. I take my beauty blender to finish this out just to make sure there's not too much darkness around there, because sometimes when you're blending out with that definer, it can give you a little bit of a residue. So I just kind of blend that out and there you have it. That is the eye makeup look. Let's do the lips. We'll do this really quick. Starting off the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat Reshape and Resize Lip Liner. It's so pretty, and this is in the color Pillow Talk. I just go in. This gives me the, I think I talked about this in my everyday makeup video. I just love how it reshapes my lips and gives more fullness, adds more fullness, enhances that natural color I've got already going. And I love the method of blending it out into your lips instead of just making it a lip liner, because again, it adds the uniformity and like it looks really pretty when it's like fully blended out. Then I'm gonna take Charlotte Tilbury because we're just on a Charlotte Tilbury kick right now. I love her. The Pillow Talk 2 lip. This is the lipstick that she has. And it's just very light. I'm just gonna go very lightly with this. Since it is a glam look, because guys, we do everything for the glam look, but I like to just dab this. I don't like to smear it in, I just like to dab it because I feel like it gives me more of an effortless look when I do it this way. Finishing off with one more final Charlotte Tilbury product, which is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Oh my gosh, this stuff is so good. I love it, I love it. It's essential for any kind of glam look, and for summertime too. Just keeps everything in place and also gives you a nice, beautiful, like glow at the end. I don't know what it is, but it just does something. And there you have it. This is the finished and completed look. This is my easy soft glam makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please make sure you leave this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you didn't. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.